Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Tuesday, August 22nd, and Mark and I are on vacation. We're so happy, but we are miraculously coming to you in your ears simply by magic. Also, because Mark is the best executive producer in the world. Hey, Mark, do you want to thank me on the air for the bonus, the summer bonus, or what?
The summer bonus was great. Yes, I thanked you off air. I will thank you on air. It was quite unexpected, much larger for this time of year than I'm used to. So yeah, I'll take it.
I felt like I had put so much stuff on you. And to be clear, let me just do a little like ode to Mark while you're here. This is good. You don't have to wait for your death to be eulogized. Mark is so unbelievable that when we lost Web Queen Karen, at first, he's like, we got to hire somebody. And I started talking to people. I tried to figure out how we could get people to do other parts of Karen's job that she was doing for us and managing the website and doing some of the stuff. And what did Mark do? He literally rolls his sleeves up and figured out how to do everything Karen does. Now, I can't explain to you what it's like to have somebody like Mark in your life, but it's extraordinary for me. And to have somebody who just acts like he owns the joint and bosses me around, which I like, and just takes the initiative and is never afraid to explore something new. So, Mark, thank you for that. And I can't pay you enough for what you do for me. And that's why I'm giving you these props out into the universe. How does it feel? Is it embarrassing?
No, it feels great. I don't boss you around. And as far as doing what Karen was doing, yeah, I'm just kind of like, you know the saying, fake it till you make it. That's kind of what I'm doing.
How hard could it be? I'm just kidding, Karen. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at us. But it is remarkable. I guess the truth will come out at the next webinar, which is coming up in September. Won't that be the proof of the pudding or not?
I won't cash the bonus.
Oh, well, you should. So it's on Wednesday, September 13th. We'll be joined by Nate Burleson. Mark, are you gathering your NFL questions for Nate?
I'm not so much interested in the athletic side of things. I'm more interested in the finance side of things.
Yeah, me too. I want to know about I also want to know about what it was like to be this young guy making all this money when you didn't have that money.
And how so many people just blow it all.
Yeah. And he's very passionate about how he wants to help people who really fall into these strange situations. Of course, now we're going to have to ask him about Michael Oher, the guy from The Blind Side. And wow, if what he accuses his adoptive, I guess they never adopted him, his guardians, if that is true, that is very bad. That is a very bad thing that they kind of had him sign his story rights and his rights to his life away so that they could actually make money. That would be a very disappointing thing. Sandra Bullock will have to do, I guess, a sequel to it. And I love Sandra Bullock. So come on, let's do a Sandra Bullock sequel. I'm always happy for her. Okay. So if you would like to join us on the air and chat and give Mark his props in person, all you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com, click the contact us button. There, you can fill out your form and then you can check the box if you want to come on the air. You can also subscribe to Jill on Money Live. That's where you will have access to the Nate quarterly live webinar and lots of cool bonus content. We've got some new interviews coming up. It's exciting. Right now, we have to bring listener Paul on the line. He's from Florida. I screwed up so badly last week. We tried to get Paul on the air and I had technical difficulties. And whenever you have technical difficulties, some tech person in your office, in your life says, well, it's probably user error. And you roll your eyes and you pound the table. You say, no, it's not. This was user error. I had screwed something up and poor Paul was left listening to me blather on and we had to reschedule him. Paul, thank you for enduring my ineptitude and coming back with us.
Of course. Yeah, I'm happy to be here, Jill. And
Excellent.
Mark, congrats on the bonus.
Yeah. Wait till you get to the end of the year. Could even be better. We'll see. Paul, what brings you to our program today?
So I just had a pretty general question in regards to what to do with, oddly enough, a bonus that was just received.
See? Let's find out from Mark what he did with his. But first, tell us about yourself, Paul. How old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
And are you married, single, partnered?
Married with 2 children.
All right. How old is your spouse?
36 as well.
Okay. And how old are the kids?
4 and almost 2.
Are you guys both working outside of the home, meaning just generating income? Is one staying home and the other not? What's up?
My wife does stay home with the 2 children,
Mm-hmm.
but she certainly works a lot harder than I do.
Okay. This is always what the guys say, but you know what? The pay sucks when you're the stay at home.
That's very true.
All right. What do you earn, Paul?
So it's a sliding scale. It changes from year to year just based on the industry that I'm in. So I'm in a sales role. But it can be anywhere between, probably 200 and 400, just depending on the year.
Holy crap. But you can always count on 200-ish?
Safely, yeah.
Okay. Tell us more. Like, what do you have? Are you an employee or are you a contractor to the company?
I'm an employee of the company.
Okay. And do you have a retirement plan?
We do. Yeah, we have a company 401k.
And are you using the company 401k as a Roth or a traditional?
It's a traditional, I believe. So I do max out, with my bonuses. So I get one usually in February and another one in August. And then sometimes I'll do it all in February or I'll do half and half. And this year I chose to do half and half, probably just because I got burned, a couple years back doing it all up in February.
So how much money do you have in that traditional 401k?
So the 401k is $195. And what's cool about the company, though, is that they do an employee 3% contribution.
Okay.
And that usually hits around March.
Great. So you got a lot of money that's going in there and you got that 3% match. Tell us a little bit more about how you're spending your 200 to 400 grand a year with 195 grand in your 401k. What else do you have?
So I've got a Roth through Vanguard for 25. Then we have a brokerage that's split pretty much between 3 mutual funds, and there's 320 in that.
Is that what do you consider that brokerage account for? Anything in particular, just a slush fund?
That's just a slush fund that we're putting money, into it either monthly or, what I've been doing with these bonuses is I've kind of just been dollar cost averaging, on the first of every month, I'll just drop in a certain amount of money, depending on how much is sitting in our savings account.
How much is in savings now?
So we've got 25,000 in savings, but I'm in the process. I have 130 in the checking account, so I'm in the process of moving it from checking to savings.
Any money set aside for our 2 and 4-year-old scholars?
No, we've decided to pretty much just focus on the brokerage as our main means of saving, and we figured we could always dive into that if need be.
Okay, that sounds good. How about a home? Do you rent or do you own?
So we own a home. We would have bought in 2020, so the timing was quite good. Nice. Our home loan is 2.99.
Oh my gosh, what's the house worth?
So the house is worth $514.
I like the exact. I'm going to say 500. Are you okay with that? All right.
Yeah, of course.
What's the mortgage remaining?
195.
Oh, a lot of 195s in your life. Okay.
I know you like even numbers.
I do. What else you got? Is that it for the housing, or do you have other stuff?
So that's going to be it for, obviously our primary residence. I've got a car payment at 3.45 and I owe 26 grand on the car.
3.45. Dare I ask, what kind of car? Wait a second. He's at the beach, Mark. He's in Florida. What kind of car do you think he has? But remember, he's got 2 little kids.
And he's in sales, so I'm guessing he spends a lot of time in his vehicle.
So it's got to be a nice car. Should we guess? What do you think, Mark? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking that it might be a Tesla?
No, it's not a Tesla. I'm guessing it's I'm going to guess some sort of SUV.
What is it?
It is a Toyota SUV, yep.
Nice. All right. I'm glad it's not a Tesla. Okay, so the car loan, how much is left on it? 26,000?
Yeah, 26.
What else do we need to know about you guys?
Yeah, so we actually just went into contract on our first rental property.
Oh, hello.
It's been a goal. Yeah, it's been a goal of ours. So that's going to close in March sometime. So I'm going to need probably 60 grand in March.
Wait, March of 24?
Correct.
That seems so long. Why is it taking so long to close?
Time to build. It's a new construction build.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a new construction project.
Okay. How much are you spending for this thing? What's the purchase price?
So the rental property is $280.
Okay. And you're going to put 60 down. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And then you're going to finance the rest at the time. You're hoping, fingers crossed, that interest rates go down.
Kind of, yeah. So that was actually my main question, right? Was what to do with this bonus. Do I invest it in my brokerage and then maybe put more down towards the rental property? Like you said, pay off that car. Do I put a chunk towards the primary? Just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Let me ask two more questions. I'm going to let Mark ask the follow-up also. You guys have life insurance?
Yeah, so I have two policies. I have two term policies, a 10-year and a 20-year.
How much total is the death benefit?
$1 million each one.
And what about your wife?
There's nothing on her at this time.
How on earth would we pay Mary Poppins to take care of your children if your wife were to pass away? Do you ever think of that?
It's a fair question.
Mary Poppins doesn't come cheap in South Florida. I'll tell you that right now. She needs life insurance. She needs at least $500,000, at least. And she's young and she's healthy. You going to have more kids?
That's the goal, yep.
Do it right now before she has another kid, unless she's pregnant, in which case don't get it now. She won't be able to get it. But go get her at least $500,000. At least. Mark, just maybe more?
I bet you the dollar amount between $500,000 and $1 million on a monthly basis is probably like $10 or $15 difference. So,
all right. So get $1 million if you can, and 20 years. So what about estate documents?
Yeah. So our will and estate planning has been completed in the last year or so.
I'm putting a big check mark and a smiley face on the piece of paper that I'm writing. Isn't that good? All right. Mark, any follow-up questions for Paul and his wife and their burgeoning rental real estate empire?
No, everything sounds good. What is the exact dollar amount of the bonus?
Basically, what I've got to play with is $100,000.
Right, because you have so we have 25 in savings, you have 130 in checking. So you're saying that's already been received, right? That's the bonus that's been received, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The extra 30, are you putting that into savings just to beef up your savings?
Yeah, I was going to probably put like 10 into savings and then just kind of see if anything came up in the next month or two before I like really settled in. So I feel like what I'm ready to do right now is to allocate that 100 and put it where I need to put it for best results.
I don't know. How much do you think you guys spend on a monthly basis?
So we spend probably around 10 grand a month.
So we are light. It is true. You are light on your emergency reserve, even though you have your brokerage. I know that, but I'm just saying, just as plain old cash in the bank, you really do need 50, 60 grand in there. So if you said to me, I think you were right when you said there's $100,000, the rest of it should be, and make sure you get into a high yield savings account, right? So if you put in the 30, now you have 55,000 in your savings, you have the 100,000 of the 100, 60 must go into like, again, a 9-month CD so that it is available for your down payment. Mark, what do you want to do with the extra 40 from the bonus? That's the question. Brokerage account, car loan. What do you think?
He also mentioned paying down his primary. That's a big no. Don't do that.
No way.
And I don't think I would put more down on the rental. I mean, it's a rental, so you really want to like leverage the heck out of this. And you'll get a chance to refinance in the future. I don't know when, but it'll happen. I know you want to get rid of that car loan, don't you?
Yeah, I don't like carrying that note.
And you're going to hold that car. That's going to be a car that you drive into the ground?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, get rid of it then. Who cares?
Get rid of it. Put the rest in brokerage. Maybe keep a little bit. Maybe set up some sort of separate account for the rental property because, something's going to come up. You're going to have to spend money on that. That's
a good idea, Mark. That's a very good idea. So that's interesting. So maybe what you do is you got 100 grand. 60 goes into a CD that's timed to don't cut it so close, but for when the closing, you think, in advance, a month in advance of your closing. Open up a second checking account that is called, let's just label it as, rental expense account, right? And then the money from rent that you receive can go into that account, right? And then you can pay expenses from that. And then you it's easier to account for it in tax time. And then fund that and get ready to rock and roll. I don't know if I'd put more money down either. Really, it seems to me that, you're already committed to this for some godforsaken reason. You think being a landlord, even though you have 2 kids and maybe one more on the way, isn't enough activity for you. But okay, you live in Florida. Maybe it's boring there. Maybe you need a little more activity. I don't know. Is the rental property near you guys?
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes down the road. So
Are you going to be?
It'll be good.
Are you going to be the property manager?
At this time, my wife and I have decided that that's the route we're going to go. Yep.
How much is your car payment?
$600 a month.
Whoa.
Yeah. So once you get rid of that, you can just redirect that into the brokerage account.
And use that. There it is. That's good. And you'll be getting bonuses. And maybe next year you'll make $400,000. Or no, you're going to get another one in February in advance.
Before the
that's good.
Right.
So why don't you get back in touch with us when we know what that number is in February, and we'll see where the rates are. We'll see what's going on. We'll give you some more, timely advice. How about that? And we'll make, because maybe, if for some reason rates are really low and, you're good. But if things have popped even more, if you can't really, maybe there is some reason to do something different. We'll see. And you'll make a decision, but do not pay down the 2.99% mortgage. If for some reason, let's just pretend that this whole rental property deal falls apart. Worst case scenario is you lock down this $60,000 for 8 months. No big deal. You get the money. It rolls into the brokerage account. Don't freak. We cannot afford to have that money at risk. Great. But I think you're in good shape. Anything else for us, Paul? You're going to get your wife some. Don't forget, you got to get some life insurance for your wife.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Perfect.
All right. Very good. All right. We are so delighted to help anyone out who needs a little bit of advice. If you are in that camp, just go to our website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us your note, let us know if you want to come on the air. Mark will do everything else. Sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Buy the book, The Great Money Reset. Pay $35. Join Jill on Money Live. I'm really being bossy today. And don't forget that Mark Talercio is the co-host and the best executive producer in the whole wide world. He's also our web king. We're distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.